do what you love and what you're good at, and hopefully I left it better than when I found it and grew the game in the States.
Yeah, the table we're sitting at here today, we call it the family table here at the restaurant, but it's really based on a table that's in my kitchen. I was actually sitting at it this morning, and there was a table that was in Jim Beam's house. That's where Dad would sit, and he sampled all the Booker's bourbon there, and anybody came in, sit down, have a drink, sit down, have some country ham, you know, welcoming people in.
Your next finger in and put your thumb over top.
Yeah. You did good.
There it is.
I mean, that's why we do it, to enjoy with your friends and family. You know, it's what it's all about.
I think that's where like Jim Beam and soccer can kind of go hand in hand, where it's really like family oriented. I feel like you have to figure out how to work together to be successful.
I mean, I think you don't appreciate your parents until you have kids. It takes a lot of teamwork. I appreciate my parents and the sacrifices they made, because when I was a kid, to get the best soccer, you had to go to the bigger cities. So to see my parents and what they did for me, you know, getting home sometimes at 10, 11 o'clock at night, it just put things in a perspective that things that you work the hardest towards will mean the most in the end.
I think for me, my dad was my coach. I kind of had an advantage at a young age because I was learning so much from him. And even off the field, him giving me advice and things. That's what I really valued about him being my coach, where you spend a lot of time with them and you learn all the ins and outs and little details and intricacies, which I'm sure you do here day in, day out, that are so important.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the things you say, I'm still kind of living in reality. I mean, he's sitting right here, and we work together. You know, I'm trying to uphold the legacy. I'm 8th generation now. This is my family. They're plastered on the side of this. So every drop, I need to make sure is what is our family's whiskey. And if I didn't know every step of that process, you could start to forget, why does it taste the way it tastes? Each little process, whatever it is, makes that be the world's #1 selling bourbon, and shortchanging one piece of it, it falls off.
I grew up in a small town in Texas. You'd have thought I'd have played a lot of different sports and I'd have picked something else, but you do what you love and what you're good at, and all I ever wanted to do was be on that field, represent my country, and be there for that national anthem. So that's just something that I always kind of dreamed about as a kid, and being able to do that, I knew that, you know, I could die a happy man.
You know, just wanting to be really good at something and understanding your why and your passion. And I think you want to be good at it, you want to give your best, you want to succeed. And my why was I wanted to be a part of a team, and I wanted to win. But at the end of the day, everyone has to be bought into that one task. And if you're not, then it's not going to work. I think that's also like so valuable about this type of whiskey family that you have. There's no I in team.
Absolutely.
I am being.
There's no I in being.
For me, you know, I was born into this family like I was. Watched my dad pass on to me what he learned, and to be able to pass that on and, you know, make sure that, you know, the quality of the product, you know, is the same as it was or better than when my dad passed it to me. You know, just keep it going, and to be able to pass it on to Freddie. And hopefully this will go on into his kids.
You know, I really want to be a part of something bigger than myself. Kind of clear a path to really give the future generations, you know, somewhat of a better path than what we did.
That's kind of how I look at things, and I really relate with that. You want to leave something better than what you found it.
There we go. There we go. Hell yeah. Appreciate you, man.
You guys came as friends, you're leaving as family. Cheers.
Cheers.